Yobachi 2007 back at you with another one. We're going to pick up where we left off with this pink sauce lady, Chef Pii, running her scam. And she really thinks we're Boo Boo the Fool out here, and people are just going to believe her and give her all this money and donate money to her. And only, oh, wait a minute. I guess if you're a flat earther, you believe her and you give her $24,000 for nothing. No, she's not being ripped off. She's making a bunch of money. She made $120,000 and she spent it on Miami yacht life and Airbnbs instead of putting down first and last months to get rent so her kids could have a place to stay. But let's hear the rest of this nonsense.
They're not listening to me. Like, it's so crazy. In freaking October, I was talking about a whole Barbie themed campaign. And no, we wouldn't have used Barbie font. I know people who commented on that as well. Like, there are certain ways to do certain things subliminally, but it would have been done, but none of that was supported. And I feel like the pink sauce was built through social media. The pink sauce was built fast through social media, and y'all deserve to see those visuals. Y'all deserve to see a fabulous sauce, and that is not what this is giving. This is giving beige sauce. I created the pink sauce, which is a vibrant, bright color, beautiful, scrumptious, delicious sauce, and that is not what y'all getting.
So I guess what she's referring to there is that the Dave's Gourmet does the manufacturing now, and some of the even when she was. But here's the other thing: but when she was doing it, half the time it was pink, half the time it was purple, half the time it was a bright pink, half the time it was a mid pink. So she couldn't even keep anywhere near a stable color herself. But I guess something having to do with the passion fruit, not passion fruit, dragon fruit that they use, which gives it this coloring. I guess the more you use it, the more the darker the color is, the more of that. And I guess in them trying to make a shelf stable product or trying to make a cost efficient product, the color is not necessarily stable. Just depends on certain batches can come out more pinkish and some come out, I guess what she's calling a beige color. It's kind of a peach color, really. And she's making a big deal about the color, but it's really about the taste. But yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a point there, but I think there are reasons in manufacturing behind that, and they can't just do like she does and just throw the product together any kind of way. They have to use stable manufacturing techniques.
So now I have to work to rebuild my brand, and I am okay with that. And then also in regards to work, I'm comparing, call me delusional, but yes, I'm comparing myself to Beyonce. If Beyonce went dead ass broke, would you tell her to get a job? No.
Yes, yes, that's exactly what we would tell her. But first of all, she wouldn't go broke. She's really rich. And second of all, that's what people have to do. You know, when you need money, you have to work. You're not supposed to scam people for money. You're not supposed to beg via GoFundMe when you blow tens of thousands of dollars on stripper wigs, stripper tats, your chest, and Miami yacht life, and then talk about you can't feed your kids, but you have $200 of uh, Don Julio on a yacht, and you can do all that, but you can't feed your kids. Hit the like button. Like this video if you will. If you hit the like button, we're going to get right back to the program, but make sure you hit that like before we get back into it, and let's follow up with what she's having to say.
I'm comparing myself to Beyonce. If Beyonce went dead ass broke, would you tell her to get a job? No. You would tell her to get another gig, and that's what I'm doing. I'm working my ass off every single day to rebuild the vision and the brand for my business. For my business. And then there's another thing. I own 100% of the Pink Sauce LLC. I did not sell my bread. I did not give away my bread. These people just took permission and abused it. So they took their permission and they abused it. But it's okay because I look at it as, well, that was 1 year. At least it wasn't 10 years. So we're fixing this. And I hope that and I get so riled up because I be so passionate, right? And if y'all not used to that, I have to excuse myself, but I was raised hard. But
All right, so let's examine that. So in our last video, part 2, about the pink sauce lady pushing this GoFundMe scam, we walked you through the statement by Dave Gourmet's about all the money she had been paid and all the advances they were giving her. No, that's not the one I want. Let's go back over here. I don't want that either. Let me find it. So she'd received like $45,000 payment up front. That's like a lump sum she got just to start off the deal. They spent $30,000 covering her refunds from when she sent people product that blew up in the mail. All those bottles we saw of the blown up pink sauce and other stuff that had been dairy product cooking in the sun with no refrigeration. She owed people money because they gave her their money. She didn't deliver the product. All she had to do was give them their money back. She didn't do that. She stole those people's money and spent it on herself. And Dave's Gourmet picked up her tab for her, even though that was not part of the agreement. On top of that $75,000 they expended for her, or gave to her, in part, 45 they gave, 30 they expended for her. They gave her $40,000 in advances on her royalty. So she's talking about she owns it, they have permission, that's right, they pay her a royalty for the sales, and they advanced her money against her royalties to come. With all that happening between like November of 2020 and January of 2023, November of 2022 and January of 2023, we're talking about I think $115,000. And even with all that, come March, a couple months later, Shaw communicated that she had spent the entirety of her previous advances and that she needed another advance to feed her children and avoid being evicted. But again, Miami baby, yacht life, Don Julio in her hand. She's kicking it like that during the exact same time period when she can't feed her kids. But she can feed herself $250 bottles of liquor on a yacht. Okay? DG sent her 2 advances that totaled $5,000. They gave her $5,000 more. But she could have went and paid first and last month's rent for somewhere to live permanently instead of paying for luxury Airbnbs to live in week to week. But they also noted that they again encouraged her to continue working her other job and pursue her private chef career as she had been doing prior to the partnership. She was already trying to work as a private chef before Dave's Gourmet came along with this opportunity. All she had to do was keep working or just not spend $120,000 in a few months. On what? And you still don't have a place to live? You could have made a down payment on a nice crib and had money to pay the mortgage at $2,000 a month for the next couple years and still had tens of thousands of dollars left. $20,000 down payment, put aside the $2,000 mortgage for months, and you still would have had money left over just off of what Dave's Gourmet gave her, not left to say that she's supposed to continue with her career to make supplemental income because royalty income is not, it fluctuates. It depends on how many sales you have. It depends on if you've been taking advances like she has, and those advances are going to come out of future sales royalties, all that kind of stuff. This is what they encouraged her to do. But did she follow instruction? Did she do as she was told or counseled to do? No. She just has a bunch of passion, and because she's Beyonce, she don't have to work. You should just give her money in a GoFundMe scam.
So I really hope that my story inspires or helps somebody else that is going through something like this or that is thinking about signing a deal with another company. Please make sure that you have a contract attorney. And if they say red duck, blue duck, 1 duck, 2 duck, then make them write every single thing that they say down.
And she's a daffy duck because Dave's Gourmet paid for her lawyer. They even were offering to pay for another lawyer for her to go back through the contract, which they don't. Again, they have no obligation to do. They've already contracted with this woman, and they're still offering to spend money on her behalf to pay for her a lawyer to go back through and understand her contract. And she turned that down because she just wants them to give her money to throw parties for her birthday and buy $800 dresses, and they won't do it. So then she goes out in public and tries to defame them. They should sue her. She's lucky if she doesn't get sued. Like, subscribe. Hit that subscribe bell so you can come back, and hit the bell also, so that you can come back for more. Make sure you get those notifications. You'll watch your 2007. I'm out.